Women of Miss America are determined to take back our program. This is not over yet.
Lindsay, thank you for your reporting. We want to move on now, and we're joined by former Miss America Mallory Hagan, who, as mentioned, was a target of many of those emails. Mallory, I want to thank you for joining us this Tuesday morning. First and foremost, in these emails, there were a lot of derogatory comments made specifically about your size, your sex life. Did you ever witness or experience this kind of toxicity when you were Miss America or affiliated with the organization?
You know, now that I think about it, I didn't experience it personally, but I did hear about other Miss Americas in this way, and I didn't put two and two together in that moment. But hindsight's always 20/20. So yes, that type of language was used about other Miss Americas while I was Miss America. So it really shouldn't have surprised me, I guess. But like I said, hindsight's 20/20.
You heard some of the apologies from the executives and leaders. Do you accept those apologies?
You know, I'm not really sure that I did hear an apology. I did see that Josh Randall said that he apologizes for his behavior, and for that, I guess I'm grateful. But in the other statements that I saw, I'm not seeing really an apology there. But that's not really the point here. At this point, those people are no longer affiliated with Miss America, and what we really want to focus on is how we're going to move forward in the future.
Let's talk about moving forward, because for years there's been a lot of criticism that the Miss America organization has been antiquated or out of date. Does this signal the demise or the reinvention of Miss America?
I hope it signals the reinvention, and I hope that we're starting a larger conversation here. You know, I've been an upstander for other people my entire life. My platform as Miss America was called Stop It Now, Child Sexual Abuse. And so I've advocated for others in situations of abuse for a long time. And here I am finding myself in a situation over the last 4 years where I didn't know how to advocate for myself. And Brent Adams is really the unsung hero here. He stood up for me. He stood up for all of these women. And so I hope that this is a turning point for Miss America for that reason alone, that we're learning that we can stand up for others. So he stood up for us, and now we all band together to save our program. So I really think that this is an opportunity to see how women can come together, support each other, rise up, take over the things that they want to see happen, and move forward. So I'm really hoping that what people see in this is that these women are empowered, that we work together, that we lift each other up.
You talk about the women being empowered and lifting one another up and moving forward, but what does the future specifically look like? How will the organization change?
I think there's a lot of conversation that's been happening behind the scenes for many years from all of us formers about things that we would like to see change. And unfortunately, the leadership that was in place was simply not open to it. So now we have an open door for former Miss Americas, for long-term volunteers, for former state title holders to come together and really put together some ideas in order to help not just the pageant that you see on the telecast, but the day-to-day lives of these state title holders. These women are serving their states and their communities on a daily basis. They all have individual platforms. They're all ambassadors for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. This is a 365-day job, not just one day in the pageant. So we have a lot of ideas. The future of the pageant, to me, is that there are a multitude of people who run the organization via the board. It's diverse. It includes former Miss Americas, and you know, it's an opportunity for us to really.
You said it's diverse, but does that include gender diversity as well?
Absolutely. I think that everyone has something to bring to the table. You know, not just women should run a women's organization, but I certainly think that they should have a lot of the say-so, and that's not what we've seen in the last decade.
All right, Mallory Hagan, we want to thank you for joining us. As you say, she thinks the future looks bright for Miss America.